What's good, basketballers? It's NBA Jail, and I'm back with another video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get to it. The top 10 NBA players. Now, I was just going to do a top 5 in the NBA, but after speaking with my brothers and my dad, I figured why not just add 5 more. It was really difficult putting this together since I had to weigh the pros and cons of each player. A lot of you guys are going to be shocked by what I'm getting ready to say because I had to do some revision of the list and a lot of thinking. To be honest, you can put some of these guys in different orders, but I think most can agree with these top 10 guys. Now, I'm going to do this list counting up instead of down because I think the first 2 players are a no-brainer. Everything else may be a surprise to some of y'all. Here are the top 10 players in the NBA today as of January 5th, 2019. Number 1. LeBron James. Now, I think this comes as a surprise to no one. 3 rings, 4 MVPs. Although his team isn't doing as well as others in the top 10, I think they'll eventually come around and make trades at the most. Believe me, it's not going to stay this way. This season, LeBron is averaging 27.3 points a game on the fewest minutes he has played since the 2000s. 8.3 rebounds, 7.1 assists on 51.3% shooting from the field. He's actually nursing a day-to-day injury right now, and the Lakers are currently in the 8th seed in the West. But I feel Magic and that front office will trade away the entire team before they have LeBron and not make the playoffs. So I'm not too worried about this. Number 2. Kevin Durant. Now, this number 2 spot shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. As much as I hate to say it, KD is probably one of the most unguardable players to ever step in the league. Yes, I said ever. The 7-foot sniper could pull up from 3 and it wouldn't even matter if your hand was covering his eyes. He's so tall, he can get above everyone, and his defense is up there. He's so long and slender, so it's easier for him to execute dribble drives because who's honestly going to stop him? KD is averaging 28.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 6.1 assists on 50.4% shooting from the field. The Warriors aren't doing as great as we thought they do, sitting at 25-14 in the 3rd seed, which is still good, but teams are no longer scared to play them. But if we're being honest, I still have them coming out the West and winning it all solely off their star power, so they'll be okay. Number 3. Kawhi Leonard. Now, I really had to think about this, and hear me out. I did have AD at 3, but I had to think. Didn't play for an entire season. Got traded to the Raptors and started winning right away. Usually it takes time to gel and get used to a system, but not him. People don't truly pay attention to Kawhi as much because he's quiet. The man just scored 45 points on Utah without a single 3. He can guard all 5 positions. As of the making of this video, his team sits 2nd in the East, only behind Milwaukee. At 28-12, they have the 2nd best record in the league. In the league, people, because of Kawhi. He's averaging 27.1 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2.9 assists on 50% field goals. Kawhi has been the best 2-way player in the league for a long time now, and in my opinion, it still stands. He is a superstar, and he should be treated as such. When the season started, everyone thought it'd be Boston or Philly, and more Boston than Philly. Now that the Raptors have proven that they are true contenders, they are almost looking like the favorite to come out the East. Almost. I'm still not giving up on my Boston pick. The Raptors fit perfectly for Kawhi, and after this season, I think he'll sign an extension. Number 4. Giannis Antetokounmpo. A lot of you may believe he's too high on this list, but I personally don't, and let me tell you why. Giannis is the Greek freak. Talk about unguardable. This man can give you a 30 ball by simply driving to the rim without a single jump shot. He can do this. One of the greatest players ever, Shaquille O'Neal, even called him the new Superman. The guy can have all 5 players trying to stop him at the rim and it wouldn't even matter. He's so long, nobody can stop him at the rim. His team has the best record in the league as of the making of this video, sitting at 27-10. Nobody even thought Milwaukee would even have the best record in the league at any point in the season. You would think this was Giannis doing this all by himself, but his team has been right there. Chris Middleton has been right there. Just imagine if Giannis was paired beside another superstar, and I truly hope that's what he'll get in the near future. My brother called this dominance the first year he got in the league. I seen the potential, but not like this. I never saw this coming. Giannis is averaging 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists on 58% shooting. Incredible. He's only 24, guys, and his numbers are continuing to jump. He's continuing to get better, and don't even get me started on his defense. Like KD, he's so long long, maybe even longer it looks like. He can take 2 large steps from the 3-point line to the paint and block your shot. Giannis could be the next superstar to take the league post LeBron, but I'll save that for another video. Number 5, James Harden. Probably gonna get a lot of flack for this because I've changed my number 5 so many times, but hear me out, guys. Harden took his team from a 12th seed in the West all the way to number 4, pretty much by himself. They are currently sitting at 22-15. He's not a great defender by any means. You can't guard a statue, but his offense makes up for that. Since December 17th, this has been Harden's scoring column: 47, 35, 35, 39, 41, 45, 41, 43, and 44 points. We have not seen anyone in history do this since Kobe Bean Bryant. Steph was originally in my 5th spot, but there was no way I can give him the 5th spot after this stretch of games. This is who is the best in the NBA right now, right at this moment of January 5th, 2019. Harden is averaging 33.6 points, 8.6 assists, 6 rebounds on 44% shooting. I also had to consider that huge 7-spot jump he gave his team without a CP3. The game against the Warriors where he hit that shot in the face of both Draymond and Klay was absolutely sensational. And if we were giving out the MVP award today, he'd definitely win. Number 6, Steph Curry. Now, in my opinion, he and Harden are interchangeable depending on who you ask. But for this video and for right now in the NBA, he's at number 6. The former 2-time MVP is averaging 28.9 points, 5.3 assists, 5.1 rebounds on 48.8% shooting. He's currently the 2nd in scoring, and we all know why. That 3 is just unguardable. Steph is a finesse type of player and has completely changed the league. I'm not worried about the Warriors, as I stated with KD, so there's not too much to talk about here. We all know what Steph can do. He's the best shooter the league has ever seen, period. Number 7, Anthony Davis. A lot of you guys are thinking, hey, why is he so low on the list? But he's this low on my list solely off of team performance. They are currently 14th in the West, only in front of the Phoenix Suns, like they're bottom feeding. This is god awful, guys. No matter what anyone says, team performance completely matters. When you are a superstar, and I understand the West is tough, but when you are a superstar, your team should at least be in playoff contention. If we're gonna hold all the guys above him to these standards, he should be held to the same standards as well. He's 25 now. It's time to be accountable. The Pelicans are 17-22, and it's not to say they can't make a comeback, but until then, AD will sit at 7 for me, and I'm comfortable with this decision. AD is averaging 28 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists on 2 blocks, and 50.6% field goal. AD can shoot, get to the rim, defend, and this is why I feel if he was paired with another superstar, he'd definitely move up on the list, no doubt. He is a superstar, no question, but when you're a superstar, it's no way you should be in the 14th seed. That's not acceptable. Number 8, Paul George. I really love this pick at number 8 because in my previous video, I said Westbrook wouldn't defer to PG, but he has in a way. Because of PG, OKC is 2nd in the West with a record of 25-13. They had a slow start, but OKC is truly coming together. And not a lot of people are talking about how sensational Paul George has played. Since December 19th, PG's scoring column has been 43, 43, 31, 28, 36, 22, 37, and 37. This is the best Paul George we have ever seen, only comparable to his first few years as a Pacer before the injury. PG is also a two-way player who can guard 1 through 4, and sometimes 5 depending on who is at the 5. His season averages so far are 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists per game on 45% field goals. It feels great to watch him play at a high level, and let's hope he can continue this into the playoffs. Number 9, Kyrie Irving. Now, after the Christmas game against the Sixers, I was very confident putting him in my top 10. Kyrie is a big shot taker and maker. He's not afraid to put the team on his back, score double digits in the 4th, and get the win. The Celtics aren't doing as great as we hope, but they're still my lock to win the East, and I think I'm comfortable with sticking with that for now. Celtics are currently 23-15 with the 5th seed in the East, with Kyrie at the head of it all. This will most definitely change, but being that we are like halfway through the season, they aren't doing terrible. Could and should be better, but not terrible. Kyrie is averaging 23 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds on 48% shooting. We already know what Kyrie is capable of. He's a champion doing his best to lead a young team and is going to continue to take time, but they'll be A-okay come playoff time. I have faith. Number 10, Kemba Walker. Because Kemba is in a small market in Charlotte, he's not getting his proper due. The man is a baller and has always been. The Hornets are currently 7th in the East with an 18-19 record. I think they'll make the playoffs, but solely off of Kemba. Then they'll get bounced out the first round. My question is, why hasn't MJ gotten this man any help? Why is he stuck to do this by himself? Kemba is averaging 25 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds on 44% shooting. Kemba is playing at an all-star level, but without any help, they'll only go so far. Honorable mention, Luka Doncic. It was so hard not to place him on the list, but this guy is the future. The Mavericks will be in great hands with him and DSJ. The Mavericks are currently 18-20 with the 12th seed. I'm not even worried about them simply because they are building for the future. Next year, we'll be talking about Dallas in playoff contention, and I'm completely confident in saying that. Once Luka gets more NBA experience, there'll be nothing left to talk about. Luka is averaging 19 points, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. Not bad, rookie. He's definitely a lock for Rookie of the Year. Alright guys, that's the video. Don't think this is my final take on this subject. I think I'm gonna do another video once the playoffs roll around, because these change more often than we realize. And I know I missed plenty of players. At this moment, on this day, these are the players in the order I'm going with. You guys let me know who your top 10 players are. I would love to hear it, and let me know if you guys agreed or even if you disagreed with the list. I would love to know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.